Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by Apex Irons from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Anna Whiteley and welcome to Golf Central on YouTube. Now we're diving into the ShotLink stats at the CDW Intelligence Center to discuss Collin Morikawa's win at the WGC-Workday Championship. So going beyond the scorecard, Morikawa almost flawless with his irons this past week. He led the field in shots gained approach to the green, 5th time since 2019. He's led a tournament in that stat and the most in that time span. Okay, so we've seen the stats. Collin Morikawa proving that it's not just the big hitters who know how to get things done as we bring back in Tripp Isenhour. Tripp, what's your biggest takeaway from seeing those numbers?
Well, one is we saw a golf course this last week that tested the best players in the world, but it was a fair test. It wasn't an unfair test, but it was a fine line that you had to walk. If you were able to position your golf ball like Collin was and leave yourself in the best spots and control your golf ball, you were rewarded. If you strayed from that, you ultimately paid, and you paid with some high numbers from some of the best players in the world. But again, it's the fact that it was a fair test that the players will all say this was a wonderful venue for this event. But it also speaks to what kind of player Collin Morikawa has become and still has to become going forward. He last week spent some time with Mark O'Meara to change his grip to what Mark had success with on the PGA Tour Champions, the saw grip. And Mark was very nice in giving him that advice and helping him. He quickly put that into play. He spent time with Paul Azinger, who was a member at Concession and spent more time there than anyone and was very proficient at chipping off those type lies that they were going to face. He sought Paul out, and he did it. That's the kind of person Collin Morikawa is, and it speaks to why in his first 41 starts, since 1990, in their first 41 starts, he has 4 wins. That's more than Rory McIlroy, who had 3, and only trailing Tiger Woods with 6 in his first 41 starts. And oh yeah, by the way, one of those being a major championship. So I think Collin Morikawa's iron game is a beautiful thing to watch. The swing is as technically sound as it gets, exactly where it needs to be. He was in control. He slept on a lead. All the little check marks that you want to see for a superstar on the rise, and that's what we saw this week with Collin Morikawa.
Okay, so taking a look at the final leaderboard, Morikawa becomes the first player in the top 10 to win a PGA Tour event in 2021. Victor Hovland, Brooks Koepka and Billy Horschel, all 3 strokes back, but Morikawa was cool and calm down the back 9 to earn the victory.
Oh man, it's so huge, and no matter what anyone says, you know, sleeping on a lead, it has, you know, has its pressure, has its nerves. But I was excited, you know, to get back in contention, to have a chance to win. It's something that I miss, and you know, obviously I haven't had it for a while, but this is what we love to do. We love to win, and it's a tough thing out here, but it's why, you know, this tournament means so much. You know, it's with how good the field was, how good my game felt. To close it out like this with such, you know, a stacked leaderboard coming after me, it really means a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's never comfortable. You want to get as comfortable as you can, but you know, JJ and I and my coach Rick, you know, we have this formula just how to get ready and how to focus for these shots and these moments. You know, there's a lot of pressure, a lot at stake heading into those last 9 holes, knowing where you sit. And you know, if you look back at my 3rd round, it wasn't the finish we wanted, and you know, I couldn't have had that today. I needed to stay focused. I needed to stay committed to these shots, and JJ just kept me in the moment. We just kept going on, you know, shot after shot, giving myself some good looks at birdie, and then overall, you know, we were able to just kind of wear out the field that, you know, guys weren't making too many birdies coming down the stretch. Yeah, there definitely was. You know, it wasn't like, oh man, you know, I should be winning every single week, but it just almost in that kind of fall portion was like, oh, I should be playing good golf, or I should, you know, on my bad days, I should still be contending. That's not the case. These guys are way too good, and I know that. And when I sat down after my last event on the tour, which was the Masters, or even right before the Masters, you know, I sat down with Rick, my coach, and I said, you know, I told him the honest truth that this is just, you know, I got complacent. I was getting lazy. I was getting in the sense of where I didn't want to just be the best every single week. And that doesn't mean I wasn't practicing right. It doesn't mean all this it was just a mental state of, you know, coming out, being ready to play great golf Thursday through Sunday. So I kind of reset that before the Masters. I was able to work on that throughout December, a couple times on that European tour. And by the time this year started, you know, my game felt really, really good. I just need to put 4 good rounds together. First time I met Tiger was in the locker room at Zozo in Japan. You know, we have the same agency, so Mark Steinberg was there, and I met him for the quickest, like, 20 seconds, just to say hi. And then, you know, I obviously got to play with him at Torrey Pines, but I remember playing with, or, you know, we have these TaylorMade shoot days where we get all the media stuff. And that's where I really just got to meet him, talk to him, like just get to know him for a person. Yes, he's Tiger Woods, but to just talk about anything other than golf. Those were some of the coolest moments at those TaylorMade shoots that I've done, yeah, the past 2 years now.
Well, the other big story from Sunday, just the sheer amount of players wearing red or paying other tributes to Tiger Woods. Rory McIlroy, of course, Tony Finau flipping the hat backwards in tribute, Cam Champ as well, another player in red and black, even Annika Sorenstam in Lake Nona paying tribute as well. And players just wanted Tiger to know that he was in their thoughts.
For us, it's just a gesture to let him know that we're thinking about him and we're rooting for him. And obviously things are looking a little better today than they were on Tuesday. But he's still got a ways to go. He's got a huge recovery ahead of him. But I think just for everyone to show their appreciation of what he means to us out here. If there was no Tiger Woods, there'd be. I just think the tour and the game of golf in general would be in a worse place. And he's meant a lot to us. He still does mean a lot to us. And I think that was just a little way to show that.
I just put T-Dub on the side of my hat, black and red, to show my support. I would love to wear black and red. I thought about maybe calling my sponsors and see if I could maybe wear some Nike clothes just for one day, T-Dub's clothes. But, he means so much to this game of golf. He means so much to more than a game of golf. He's such a great person. He's such a big family man. He loves his kids. Since he's come back, we rarely ever talk about his golf game. Whenever I talk to him, it's always about his kids right away, and then maybe we talk about golf. So it's really cool to see everyone support him, and I'm just happy he's still here on this planet. We lost a legend in Kobe, a little over a year ago, and so to lose someone else like that would have been devastating, especially for the game of golf.
Tiger means everything to me, and yes, he had the crash, and thankfully he's all right, and hopefully he has a quick and great recovery. But I don't think we say thank you enough, so I want to say thank you to Tiger, because sometimes you lose people too early, and that's like Kobe. I lost my grandpa about a month ago, and you don't get to say thank you enough, so thank you guys.
And as Tiger continues to recover, he was feeling the love on Sunday. Tweeting out after the final round, "It is hard to explain how touching today was when I turned on the TV and saw all the red shirts. To every golfer and every fan, you are truly helping me get through this tough time." And finally, your 2021 United States Walker Cup team was announced today. Tyler Strafaci made the team as the reigning US Amateur Champion. Davis Thompson, Ricky Castillo and John Pack all qualified as the 3 highest finishers in the World Amateur Golf Rankings. And the last 6 players were chosen by the USGA.